Hello everyone, welcome to AG Fashions and Apparel. Here is another video tutorial on how to draft corsets, a corset bodice. On this video, we are going to draft the corset bodice of the front bodice alone. Then we will sew it in our next video. If this is what you like to watch, please stay tuned and watch to the end. Do well to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So I have my basic bodice pattern drafted here. Here is the front basic bodice pattern. I have a detailed video tutorial on how to draft the basic bodice on the channel. You can watch this on the channel before watching this. Here I have my chest line, the bust line, the under bust, and the waist line. So I'm going to mark my darts. My bust span is 8 inches divided by 2. I have 4 inches. I'll mark the 4 inches on the bust point, the under bust, and the waist. Then I'll connect this into a straight line. So I'll mark, I have basic bodies of 3 by 3 inches here. So what is left on the shoulder, I will divide it into 2, make a mark there, then connect that point to the bust point. I'll connect this to the bust point. I'll use a straight ruler. So I connect this to the bust point. After connecting this to the bust point, I'll mark the dart of 1 inch on both sides of the waist dart and the under bust. The waist, I mark 1 inch on both sides, also the under bust part, and I'll connect this into a straight line. So after that, on that bust point, I will come down by 0.5 inch. You can do 1 inch, but I prefer 0.5 inch so that the bust part will not be sharp. Then I'll mark this curve. From that 0.5, I'll connect it to the dart of that under bust. So after connecting this, if you want to do off shoulder corset, so here is what you do. On this neckline, on this chest line, I mark 1.5 inch above the chest line. So that will be the new neckline. That is if you don't want your corset to have yoke. You want your corset to be off shoulder. So that's what you will do. So from that neckline part, I will do my bust separation. That spacing between bust. This pattern is for someone that is busty, so I'm doing 0.75 inch for the bust separation. But if you are doing for someone that does not have bust, you can do 0.5 inch so that when you open it, you will have 1 inch. So this one, when I open it, I will have 1.5 inch. So from that bust line, I'll connect this using my curve. The curve rule, I'll connect it to the under bust. Sorry, it went up there, so I'll put the curve rule again to curve it. So here is it. I'll mark this and curve it. So after that, I will do the second cup. My nipple to nipple is 4 inch. That's divided by 2. I have 4 inch. So I will add 0.5 to my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which will give me 4.5 inch, 4.5 inch. Then I'll make a curve from the under bust. Yeah, look at the one placing the ruler. You can as well use your free hand from that under bust to that mark. So on this spacing here, that spacing we have there, yes, that spacing, that little space we have there, whatsoever you have there, mark it, measure it rather, get the midpoint of it. Here I have 1.5 inch and the midpoint is 0.75. So I'll connect from that 4.5 on that bust line. I will connect it to that mid part of the chest line, that armhole part, and I will make a straight line. So here I want to do the over bust tightening. I'm taking 0.75 that on each of the upper bust tightening. You can do on 1 inch. Then I'll mark a straight line connecting to the bust point. I'll connect it to the bust point. So here is the over bust tightening. So after that, here I am not doing off shoulder corset. So I just show how to do the off shoulder corset. So here I want this pattern to also have yoke. So it will be 2-in-1 pattern drafting. So on this part, I'll be marking sweetheart neckline. Yes, from that bust tightening, the over bust tightening, I connect it to the chest line. So I connect it to the chest line, and also I will also mark the shape of the second cup. I'm going to blend this into the armhole part. Yes, that armhole curve. Yes, I'll just blend it into the armhole curve. So here is the second cup. So we are done with the 2 cups. So for us to know if these cups are the same, to know if one of the cup is not longer or shorter than each other, I'll mark from the bust point. I'll mark this first cup. I have 5.3 inches here. And on the second cup, I have 5.2 inches. So that 0.1 inch, I will just add it to the second cup and blend it into the sweetheart neckline. Okay, so that when I want to join the 2 cups on the fabric, there will be no shortage. So here is what we have on the pattern. So I'll go ahead to label my cup. Just label it the way you know that you will remember. I label this center front and the one on the side front, and I put arrow mark on the bust part of both cups, so that when cutting on fabric, I will know where to join together on the bust part. So I'm going to add allowances on the pattern. I will replace the dart intake and also add sewing allowance. Here I took the dart of 2 inches. I'll replace it here and also put my sewing allowance. I'll do the same thing on the under bust part and also on the chest line. I will measure the dart intake, the dart I took there. I will replace the dart. The over bust dart, I will replace it and also add my sewing allowance. So after that, I'm going to connect the allowances together. So this pattern has bust dart because the front and the back are not the same. So I have 2 inches bust dart on this pattern. So I will run through this. So that's the chest line, the bust, the under bust, and the waist. So I'll put marks on where I am going to cut out. These are the parts I will be cutting out. So I'm going to mark the bust dart of 2 inches, placing my tape on the bust and mark 2 inches downward. Then I'll go to the dart line on the bust point and I'll come out by 0.5 inch. So I don't want to cut this into the bust point. That is why I'm coming out by 0.5 inch. So I'll connect from that 0.5 inch to where I have 2 inches bust dart. Then I'll also mark this because I am going to slash this through. So after that, We are done with this pattern, then it's time to cut. So please watch it carefully as I'm cutting it, strictly for the beginners, so that when you also want to cut, you will know which part to cut out and the part to retain. So after cutting the dart line, I will also go ahead to cut the bust line, that bust dart. I'll cut it to that 0.5 inch after the bust point. So here, after placing this bust dart, after cutting and placing it over it, you will see that the line on this second cup of the side front is not aligning. So I'm going to blend the line to align together, or blend it to align together. I'll place tape on this, blend it to align together. Then I'll cut the remaining that out. So just please watch carefully so that you will know which part to cut and the part not to cut out. Mhm. Technology. I'm cutting the arm up part, separating the yoke from the cup. So here I'm going to separate this cup as well, the center front cup. So this is the excess that I'm cutting out on the yoke. So I'm taking my time to cut this out, so that for the beginners who want to learn how to draft and cut out corset pattern, we also understand this very well. So I'll cut out the neckline. We have basic neckline here. You can change the neckline to your preference. So I had just 3x3 neckline there. Except you want to do turtleneck, you can use the neckline, or you want a very high neckline, so you can use that. So I've separated the second curve, the side front curve. So I'll go ahead to label that side front, and here I'll cut 2 pieces of that. And if you don't want to cut it in pieces, you can as well join the pattern together. So here is center front. I will be cutting that part on full, then I will add 0.5 inch allowance on the part that I cut out the dart, so that when I sew and put it on, there will be no shortage, and the bust span line, the nipple to nipple part, will align together. So you can join these pattern pieces together and just tape it down, then cut it as a whole piece. So here is the pattern of our corset. The pattern drafting is ready. So it remains to transfer this to fashion fabric, add necessary interfacing, then sew. So on the yoke part also, the cut out part, you will add 0.5 inch to that part to join back when you are sewing. So here is all we have. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Please do well to subscribe. See you on the sewing video. Bye.